Okay, so hopefully at this point you know a little bit about College Pro. It's a great chance to get some experience, make some money, leadership skills. I'm in 4th year here, actually doing a psych degree at U of A. And I'm going to talk a little bit about managing your business, managing school, managing your home commitments, a part-time job, sports, clubs, whatever else you have on your plate. At first,
you didn't mention love life, then.
Sorry?
You didn't mention love life.
Oh. That was non-existent for a while there. Yeah, especially if you got a serious girlfriend as well. That jumps in hard. The biggest thing is that at the beginning, the learning curve is crazy. Leighton mentioned that everyone is given the same amount of hours. So that goes for Mother Teresa, that goes for Bill Gates, that goes for people who have changed the world, Alexander the Great, that goes for your friend Joe. My friend Joe doesn't probably not going to ever change the world, okay? He tends to spend his time doing things that aren't super productive. The point being here is that the funny thing is after you start doing all of these things, after you get to the point where you're ready to pull out your hair and cry, a funny thing happens. So you're running your business from marketing all the way up to GST, you're managing all your midterms, all your finals, everything for school, your girlfriend, your job, and after a couple months, you realize that you have more time. You get it done. And now this isn't God parting the clouds, looking down at you and giving you some magic day and says, now you have more hours. Okay, this is more of a thing where you are actually able to handle more. All of a sudden, your norm has jumped up. And I think that jumps into a little bit what Leighton was talking about. The people who actually move and shake, their norm is higher. But you don't get there by working harder necessarily. It's by working smarter. And that's what you learn when you take on a lot of things, is that I can get done everything I need to and have time to play because I can efficiently do it on the same time that my friends are stressing about school. And that's an interesting thing when you're running your own business, okay? You have sports commitments, you have dance, you have whatever you have, and your buddies are stressing about finals. You're like, you're stressing about finals. I got finals too, but I got all this other stuff. I remember a time when talking to a prof, and I had to talk to him about a paper, and I couldn't meet him in his office hours. So I caught him after class, and I was like, so can I arrange a time with you so that I could come talk about this paper? And he sits me down, and we sit at the table, and he said, I'll pull a day planner. So I pull out my day planner, he pulls out his day planner, and on his day planner, he's got the whole week out. He's got Tuesday, he's got Thursday, one thing on each day. I pull mine out, he looks at mine, and he goes, kind of shuts his and goes, whenever you have time, I'll make it work for you. My days were like color-coded, totally chalked up. I think he was a little embarrassed that he had nothing to say. And it's a little the case with your friends, too. You'll find that it's funny because you all of a sudden realize that your norm is a little bit above the rest. It is stressful. The learning curve is crazy. The resources are there to help you through it. But the funny thing is when you reach this kind of threshold that's higher, you feel more productive. You feel like you're doing more. The rewards are greater. But the interesting thing is that you have the capabilities all of a sudden to do everything you want in life. You can manage it all. And do you procrastinate? I procrastinated, and I still procrastinate. But you procrastinate less. And you essentially realize that you can carry a lot more than you thought you could beforehand. When I get super, super stressed out, I'll dig up a quote, and I won't put it in the background of my computer. I'll put it in the back of my phone. I'll actually scribble it down on a piece of paper, and I'll put it beside my computer. So when I'm punching notes in or studying or whatnot, I can look at this quote and pull it back. And last year, kind of in the throes of pulling my hair out and crying, I found a quote, and it was something along the lines of what Leighton said. It was that fundamentally we all have the same amount of hours in a day. The quote went on to list great people, the things they'd done under the age of 30. I didn't pull all that information. You can punch it into Google. You start looking at people who have done phenomenal things under the age of 30, you're like, where does he get the time from? And it's not where does he get the time from, it's how did he become that efficient? And for me, this is a phenomenal experience to become exceptionally efficient. You become creative. You're like, okay, I don't have the time to actually sit down and study, So for me, I had to flashcard everything. So if you're in school, I flashcard it all and put it in my phone. I have like 3,000 flashcards in my phone. You're standing at the bus stop there, you're buzzing through it because that's what you have to study. The funny thing is grades don't change. My GPA didn't drop. It stayed the same. Because you became adaptable. You simply changed your tactics. You didn't give up and try something different. You have people depending on you. You have a business that will not survive without you. You are kind of the sole proprietor. You push it forward. And with that kind of responsibility, you adapt, you change. And for me, it was a huge learning experience after the fact. I realized, hey, look what I did. And then looking at my previous year, look what I did. And I had way more things on my plate, and we stayed the same. So that's fundamentally my story. Any questions? Concerns?
Concerns? I have a concern.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.